King Nebuchadnezzar, the great king of the Babylonian Empire, wrote a testimony about what the Most High God had done in his life. He wanted all nations, peoples, and languages to know that God's signs and wonders are truly great, and that his kingdom is everlasting. One night, while King Nebuchadnezzar was at peace in his palace and living in prosperity, he had a dream that greatly frightened him. The dream was so vivid that it troubled his mind. The king summoned all the wise men of Babylon, the magicians, enchanters, astrologers, and Chaldeans. But none of them could explain the meaning of the dream. At last, Daniel came in, whom the king called Belteshazzar, a man who had the spirit of the holy God within him. The king told him the dream. He saw a tree that was very tall and strong. Its height reached to the heavens, and it was visible to the ends of the earth. Its leaves were beautiful, its fruit abundant, and it provided food for all. The animals found shelter under it, and the birds lived in its branches. Then the king saw a watcher, a holy one, coming down from heaven and calling out loudly,
"Cut down the tree and destroy it, but leave the stump bound with iron and bronze in the grass of the field."
The person would be drenched with the dew of heaven and live with the wild animals. His heart would be changed from that of a man to that of a beast, until 7 times passed by. This was to show that the Most High rules over the kingdoms of men and gives them to anyone he chooses. When Daniel heard the dream, he was silent for a moment, and his thoughts troubled him. But he spoke truthfully and said that the tree represented King Nebuchadnezzar himself. The king's kingdom would be humbled. He would be driven away from people and live like an animal, eating grass like an ox, until he acknowledged that the Most High God rules over all. Daniel advised the king to turn away from his sins, to do what is right, and to show mercy to the poor, so that the judgment might be delayed. All of this came true 12 months later. As King Nebuchadnezzar was walking on the roof of the royal palace of Babylon, he proudly said,
"Is this not the great Babylon that I have built by my mighty power, and for the glory of my majesty?"
While the words were still on his lips, a voice came from heaven, and at that very moment, God's word was fulfilled. The king lost his sanity. He was driven away from people, ate grass like cattle, and his body was drenched with the dew of heaven. His hair grew long like the feathers of an eagle, and his nails became like the claws of a bird. This continued until the time appointed by God. At the end of that time, King Nebuchadnezzar lifted his eyes toward heaven. His sanity was restored, and he praised, honored, and glorified the Most High God. He acknowledged that God's dominion is eternal, and his kingdom endures from generation to generation, and that God is able to humble those who walk in pride. The king was restored to his throne with even greater honor than before. From that experience, King Nebuchadnezzar declared that all God's works are true and his ways are just. This story teaches us that all power, success, and glory come from God. When people become proud and believe they can live without God, He is able to humble anyone, no matter how great their position. But God is also full of mercy. When someone realizes their mistake, humbles themselves, and acknowledges God's authority, God is able to restore and lift them up again.